In every path that we take, a lesson is learned, a journey is made, and through our travels, we never know where the direction will lead us. I have been teaching English classes for the past 6 months at this school, and although I enjoyed the experience very much, this month has really been a life changer for me. There's been Coffee with Dora videos, I turned 37 years old, I did a lot of reflecting as well as decision making. So I welcome you on this vlog of my journey and my decision as to why I decided to quit my job. Hi, so I'm actually just waiting for my students to come in, but unfortunately today I'm not really feeling my best. I just feel so tired and stressed and But one of the things about being a teacher is you have to try to perk up your spirits and lift your head up and try not to show that to your students. So yeah, I will try my best, and I'll try my best. I'll try my best and try not to let anything make me feel uncomfortable or make me feel bad. One of the things that I'm learning is on this teacher journey, or just this journey called life, is that, not every day will be the same. Talk to you soon. Good morning, friends. So I'm heading to work right now. Feeling good today. Countdown to Countdown to birthday 37 is here. I turned 37 years old on Sunday. Today is Friday, and I'm really, really happy about that. And feeling good today, friends. Feeling good today. I wish you all a wonderful day. Keep smiling, keep striving always, and always, always pursue your passions. Don't let nothing or anyone stop you in your way. Life is definitely too short. Love you all so much. So I just got into work. It's about 8:20 right now, and students will start to come in. Feeling really good today, wearing my love shirt because I'm all about love, friends, always. So I wish you all a wonderful day. Here's the countdown to birthday. I keep saying B-Day. I don't know what's wrong with me. Birthday 37. Hey friends, how's everyone doing today? Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. So I'm just on here to share some advice, something that I've learned over my experiences and just in general. No matter how anyone responds to you, no matter what happens, always stay true to yourself. Always be honest, always be professional, always keep your head up. Even if you get shade thrown at you, even if people get mad at you or you become their enemy or whatever the case may be, always stand tall. Because when you stand tall, you have a better chance of getting more respect in the long run than by being phony or fake. So happy birthday to me. Even though my day didn't end off the way I would have hoped, but you know something, I'm still smiling and I'll keep on striving. Love you all so much, and I'll talk to you soon, friends. Time to celebrate my birthday. I'm out here at the Brooklyn Promenade, celebrating my 37th birthday, having a fabulous time with my friends. is out. It's beautiful. Good morning, friends. How's everyone doing today? I hope you have a wonderful day today. And I'm heading to work with my new do. I'm going to shock my students. They're going to be like, oh my God, Teacher Dara. But I wanted to start this week off right. You know, first day of being 37. So very, very happy about that. I love you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Here's to a great week ahead, and keep smiling, keep striving. Sun is out, which is always a plus. So I just got to class. It's now 8:10 in the morning, and feeling really pretty. Can't wait to surprise my students. Someone's coming in. So let's get this Monday started, shall we? My grammar class, and I'm feeling good today, and hope this will be a good day for everyone. Good morning, everyone. So it is now 8:15, and it's raining outside, so hopefully students will come in anyway. I get to get my day started. Feeling good and thankful to be here. So I just finished my class. As you can see, my board is very, very colorful. And I think colors is a great way to help your students learn the grammar. It brings it out for them. So very happy about that. Okay, wig is off. Having my favorite snack. These are these pita chips, which are so good. And having this hummus. I'll try to show you up close. And this is the red pepper one. It is so good. And it's actually from this company here. So I'm eating the red pepper one, and I must say, it is so good. So sorry if I look a little busted, see? My lipstick's half off, but this is it, friends. This is the natural me without the beautiful wig and all that. But you know what? When you feel beautiful inside, you're beautiful on the outside. Always remember that. Good morning, everyone. So this has been a very bittersweet week because I informed my students and my friends that I'd be leaving the school, and it was a little difficult because I really love every single person that I've met. There are a lot of reasons why I made this decision, but it was a difficult decision. But I strongly believe that when you need to pursue something or when you want change, you have to go for it full throttle. You have to take that leap of faith. So it's not easy, but you have to do what you have to do. So it was difficult, but like I tell my students, I'm your teacher in the classroom. Outside, I am your friend. That's always going to be the case. And I'm just leaving the school, but I'm not leaving the profession. I will always be Teacher Dara, no matter what. One is Cape Cod is the city name. Yes. Second. Yes. So number one is A. Number two, something is difficult to find on Cape Cod. A. Housing. This was a tricky one. They did mention vacation housing, you're right. But the answer is housing for regular people. Because they say they have all this housing for rich people or people visiting Cape Cod. But what about us regular people? Means non-rich people. Very good. Rent is way too high. What I'm saying is the rent is expensive. Hey everyone, so I'm just here on Friday night and just reflecting and thinking about some things, you know. And I guess I'm just feeling just different emotions, to say the least, you know. Um, I think the hardest part is when you make a decision and you make a decision to make yourself happy, but sometimes the feedback or the response is not what you hope for. And I know we're taught not to care about such things. I'm going to sit up. I think this is easier if I sit up. We're taught not to care about some things, not to worry about or stress, you know, just kind of like go with the flow. But it's difficult, you know. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm taking a leap of faith. I don't have any major plans, you know, and the irony in saying that is in my conversation class this week, we learned about strategy. That's one of their vocabulary words. And students asked me, oh, what does strategy mean? I'm like, strategy means plan, you know. And it's when you have an idea how you want to go about things, how you want to execute that plan. And I guess that's where I'm at right now. But I think the hardest part about this whole process is when you're unsure about where you're going to next, and when you really love what you do, you know, that plays a part as well. I really, really love what I do as a teacher. You know, I mean, I've been at this for 13 years. My first start in teaching was in June of 2005 when I was clueless about teaching, clueless about everything, you know. And I've met a lot of great people along the way, and I've met some really wonderful students. And, you know, there's always been challenges, and I think in life there's always going to be challenges, but I think that despite the challenges, the one thing I've always stayed true to was making sure my students learn English, making sure that I've helped them to the best of my ability. And I'm happy I've done that. But sometimes that even comes with a price. And I feel like in my experiences, you know, I really go out my way to make sure I do the right thing, make sure that, you know, I don't want to say appease, but that played a part in my career, making sure that everyone's good with me, because I guess in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm a good person and I love people, and so I want people to love me back, you know, and I try my best to make sure I always go about things the best way with good intentions. But sometimes, you know, even in that, it doesn't always go the way you want it to go, and it's difficult. But I think the thing that touches my heart the most is the fact that it's always difficult to say goodbye, especially to people who have went out their way to make you feel special, to make you feel worthy, to make you feel like you have purpose. And that's what my students have always done for me. And I know, when it comes to the administration part of this work, this type of job, or, you know, you're dealing with coworkers or bosses or supervisors, you know, that's where things get a little weird, you know. That's where I think sometimes I've had the most conflict, because somehow being a happy, positive person bothers people, or at least it makes some people feel maybe jealous, or they feel aggravated, or whatever the case may be. And when I first started teaching, I didn't really take that into account. You know, I was very young, and I figured, well, if if I'm a happy person, everyone's going to be happy around me, and that's it. But I realized in the real world, that's not always the case. But you know, throughout my experiences, the best part of this job has been helping my students, and the feedback has been beyond wonderful. You know, I always feel like sometimes the good teachers, we get blamed for everything. We're the ones who don't get the respect that we deserve. We're the ones who everyone will turn their back to, and, you know, be treated as if we've done horrible things. But then the teachers who don't give a damn and just do what the hell they want, somehow that's praised, that's respected. And those of us who do the right thing, it's like, how could you? How dare you? You horrible person, you. But the students are the ones who really make the difference. And for me, it's worth it. You know, they make it worth it for me. And it always makes me emotional. And I think the thing at times I'm misunderstood at all the teaching jobs I've had is that I take this seriously. And it's sad that I don't meet a lot of people who take this seriously or at least have that passion for it. You know, it's like I tend to get the why you care so much, and you know, they're adults, and if they don't learn, so what, you know, or as long as I'm making my money, who cares, you know, we'll just exploit, we'll do what we have to do to benefit ourselves, you know, and as long as we get our check, so what, you know, so what about their learning or whatever. And that's the part that sucks, because I feel like we're dealing with people at the end of the day. And don't get me wrong, I've had my share of difficult students. Not every student is a gym, you know. Some students can really work your nerves, and I get that. But it's just really tough when you're kind of like in the middle. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a lion's den. It's like the more I do, the worse it gets. You know, sometimes you don't always get the appreciation from staff as well as from students too. It depends on the circumstance, and I've had both happen, and I'm sure that's just part of work life. But the hurtful part is when you realize that you're standing in your classroom and you're teaching and you think you're doing well, and you look down at your notes and you can't see what you wrote, or you start to stumble on your words, you can't answer certain questions that you usually are able to answer when students are asking questions all at the same time. It's overwhelming for anybody, but you were able to just keep up, and you realize that, oh wait, I can't keep up. Or you misunderstand, or you're not able to get what people are asking you. It's not that you don't know the material, but you just can't process at the moment, you know, and you try not to let that show, but sometimes it does. And then you always have that. I always feel like I'm lucky. I always have caring students who say, "What's the matter? You know, you okay? You know?" And then you don't want to say to them, "Oh, actually, I'm not okay. You know, I am having a bad day, or I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I don't want to do this right now, or you don't want to do this at all." You don't want to tell your students that because you want to be the encouraging one. You want to give it your all. And that's me. I have always given my all at every single teaching job I have ever had. Every organization, school I have stepped foot into, I've given it my all. And the worst part about this is that I have dealt with burnout. I feel like I'm going through it again. Just at this time, this is a shorter time, where usually the last time I had a really major burnout, it was like 2 years in, and that's when I felt it. But in this case, it's just happening too often. And I don't know what's going on, you know. And when I made this decision to resign, I knew that wasn't going to sit well with people. The response wasn't what I was hoping for. I was hoping for at least a discussion, or at least, even if you had to yell at me, I would have taken that. But just straight up being ignored and treated as if I committed a crime, I just don't think that was necessary. That's the hurtful part. You know, sometimes I feel like that's the part of this business I really don't like. It's like you really go out your way to make a difference and help people, and you go beyond the call of duty to make sure that people are learning, and yet it's just not appreciated. It's like, well, we didn't hear what we wanted to hear, or we don't like your decision, or whatever the case may be. So instead of being an adult and saying, okay, let's discuss, or let me let you know how I feel, I'll just treat you as if you've done the worst thing ever. But yet you have people who are in this business who should have never became a teacher at all. They should have never signed up to this. You know, I've met people in this line of work who are straight up prejudiced, straight up racist, disrespectful, mean-spirited. I mean, some of the things that I have seen people do, especially in my early part of my career, it's just like, you just kind of wonder, like, why are you doing this? The truth is, you don't make a lot of money being an ESL teacher. There are people who will lie and say, yeah, you make a killing. Maybe for them, maybe they're the lucky ones, or maybe there's something I'm missing. But from my experience, I did not walk away a rich woman and still not. And the fact that I'm still in it 13 years later, that says a lot, in my opinion. There are people who left this field, they left this career, and it makes sense why they left this career. It makes sense because sometimes between the financial part of this, the administration part of this, and in some cases, sometimes the students, it depends on the situation because, there are some places you work at where students just don't care and they don't care what you say, what you do. They just want to be in their phones and they just don't want to listen to you. And there are places where the students are amazing and they're dedicated and they want to learn. But then you got an administration that's just doing everything against the grain, so to speak. So what do? It's hard. It's hard. And the worst part is sometimes it's hard to talk to people about it because it's like I said, this damn attitude. I hate it. Well, so what? Attitude. Who cares? And well, that's you, and you shouldn't feel this way. And it's all this. And I'm so over that. I'm so done with it. Like, I would just love to be surrounded by people who care. It would just really make my life so much easier in a lot of ways if I can be around people who just give a damn. Like if it's just one out the bunch, fine. But when it's like everyone who's just like whatever, it's just hard. And I've worked too many places where it's been like that. And I know I have no control, and I don't have no control of people, and I'm not trying to have control of people, but I'm just over it. I think I'm at the point in my life where there's certain things I want now. I want to live in a different environment. I'm tired of living where I'm at. I'm tired of the attitude. I'm tired of this I don't give a damn attitude, this coldness. If you smile, that's a crime. If you say good morning, that's terrible. But if we see a crime happening before us or people disrespecting people, somehow that's great. We celebrate that. If you care about the job that you do, you criticize, but the people don't give a damn, we praise. We buy them lunch. It's just like the complete opposite of all things logic to me. I'm tired of feeling like my fruits of my labor is not appreciated. I don't feel I get paid my worth. And I have to say that publicly because I can't sugarcoat that. I can't act like, that's not important or that doesn't bother me. It does. I've never been one to chase after money, never stressed it, never, made a big fuss or anything. But I'm 37 years old now, and I feel like I'm still struggling to maintain a Metro card. If you're in New York City, you know what I'm talking about. That's the card we use for our transportation. I'm still struggling to buy a Metro card and pay some bills. And once that's done, it's done. And I'm not even paying like major bills. Like, I don't pay rent or anything like that. But if I'm paying small bills and get a Metro card, pretty much maybe the only money I have left is maybe a week's worth of coffee. There's something wrong with that. There's something very wrong with that. But on a positive note, I'm really going to miss my students. It's always hard to say goodbye. This is the part of this business that always hits home for me. When people come up to you and they say, why are you leaving? Is everything okay? Is it me? That's what breaks my heart. Because I don't want students to ever feel like if I'm leaving or if I'm let go or whatever the situation is, that it's them. No, it's not them. It's just going to get better from here on out. But right now, I feel like I need to take a leap of faith. I need to take care of me. I need to do something different just for the experience. I'm all about the experience. I feel like I'm on an adventure and I need to go for that. I'm doing everything opposite of what I normally do. And I'm not here to live your life. And I'm not here to satisfy and please everyone. I'm here to live comfortable for me. And anyone who can respect that, I thank you. And for those who don't, I still thank you. Because when it's all said and done, I only have one life. I can't live my life for you. I have to do the best, make the best decisions for myself. And that goes for everything. Jobs, relationships, whether it's with female friends, co-workers, associates, neighbors, to relationship with men, doesn't matter. I have to do what's best for me. I'm not out to break hearts. I'm not out to hurt people. But if I'm not comfortable and I'm not happy, that comes first. That's the priority. I love myself enough to say, you know what? I need to take a break. I need to step back. If that upsets anyone, then you just have to be upset. But in life, you have to do what's best for you, and you have to stand tall. It's hard. You will have people against you. You will be criticized. People will maybe even stop speaking to you. You may lose friends over it. You may lose your sweetheart over it. But if people are meant to be in your life, they will be. If people rock with you, as we say, if they stand by you, they will. Even if they disagree with you, they'll still stand by you. And I've been walking this path alone for a while, so I'm kind of used to it by now. So I thank everyone for just listening to me, for being here. Thank you for just being here. My only request I'm going to ask is, if you don't like what I'm saying, if you disagree with me, if you feel I'm an idiot for taking this leap of faith, I'm perfectly fine with that. But I would request you don't need to leave that in the comment section. You don't have to start a debate with me, because I'm not going to do that with you. If I'm not willing to do that with anyone face to face, I'm definitely not going to do that here on internet world. So I'm just going to request that if you don't have anything positive to say, just keep it to yourself.